Vanita here. Just wanted to add a preface, since I do have a couple things in this I just want to clarify, but you can skip to here if you just want to listen to the audio. First, my main exposure to this game is through the English localization, so I mostly use that terminology, spell drive, house warden, thou mark, etc., except for unique magic and signature spell, which I use rather interchangeably, and I just happen to write unique magic in this script, so that's what we're going with for now. Second, I tend to stay away from JP stuff since, as I said, I'm going off the localization, so you won't find any honorifics on this channel, except maybe in a sarcastic way. But I do have Ortho use the phrase Oni-chan to refer to Iria, and that loosely means big brother. To people who want to nitpick, yes, I have looked it up and found that he typically uses Ni-san instead, but I am not re-recording those lines, so I'll change it for future tapes and keep this one the same. Don't be afraid though, I only have him use it 3 times. I am nowhere near an expert on Japanese, so if anyone wants to correct me on usage, go ahead. I am always open to constructive criticism. And lastly, if anyone has any requests or prompts for me, please tell me and I'll try to get to them. I don't do NSFW, but beyond that, anything is fair game. And with that, please enjoy. Hey! It's not what it looks like. Ow. Oh no! Are you alright? Fine. The hell are you here? Are you sure? I can get you some help if you need it. I said I'm fine! You're Ortho Shroud, aren't you? Why are you here? You know me? I think everyone on campus has heard of you at least once by now. Not everyone's a robot, you know. Yeah. So I'm Ortho, Ignihide Dorm. But what's your name? You came barging into my room without even knowing who I was? Well, I didn't really have a better plan. Jack Howell, Savannah Claw Dorm. I'm a freshman. Now will you please tell me why you're here? Well, Oni-chan announced that Master Crowley said Ignihide had to be inspected to make sure nothing dangerous was going on since, you know, we aren't exactly the most forthcoming with conversation. So everyone has to go bunk somewhere else. And you decided barging into a random stranger's dorm was your best option. Well, the more friends the better, right? I assume no one would be doing much since it's a Friday night. I didn't mean to startle you. You're right about not doing much. But could you pick someone else? I've got something important to do that I'd rather no one else see. I made a promise to myself that I'd stick with the first person I meet, no matter who it may be. I picked Savannah Claw by pure chance, but even stumbling into Leona's room wouldn't deter me. I'm not sure whether to call you determined or stupid. So, what have you got going on tonight? If I can help, just say the word. No, just take a seat, I guess. Alright. So, why don't you want anyone seeing you put up posters of horses? Is the door locked? Huh? Oh, I didn't lock it. Look, I get that you want to make friends, but this is something you cannot tell anyone else. Do you understand me? Yes. What happened? Why are you acting so defensive? It's just... most people would ridicule me if they found out what I was doing. I don't intend to become any more of a laughingstock in Savannah Claw, especially not after the incident with the Spell Drive tournament. So, what you're doing is... bad? Not objectively, but everyone would think it's... cringy, to put it in cater terms. So then, these posters and figurines, are you building some kind of shrine to horses? But with your wolfish ancestry, you should be more likely to eat them than worship them. They're not horses. They're ponies. Huh? Why the distinction? It's... let me finish placing my minifigures. That's fine. I'll give you as much time as you need. You know, for a wolf beastkin, your bedsheets are surprisingly clean. I'm not in shedding season right now. If I were, you wouldn't be here. How so? I would physically force you out of the room. I keep everything neat and orderly during shedding season so as to minimize damage and work to do after. If you tried to stay, you'd be dead or close to it. I will keep that in mind. You know, you don't have to keep forcing conversation. I find it more comforting to talk to someone than to stay silent. While I'm with Oni-chan, he's always so talkative and chatterbox-like, or else the sound of his games is still there, so there's always something going on. Ever heard of a comfortable silence? I don't tend to feel comfortable in silence. I'm used to the noise, so it feels off whenever there's no sound, even if it's just white noise. Maybe House Warden Idia hid something in your programming so he could ramble to you. I think I just grew up around sounds, so I feel better when I have someone to fill the space with talk. Even if Oni-chan did do that, I can't say I'm mad at him. I'm very sociable, so it's usually easy to find people to talk to. Hey, Ortho. You can fly, right? Hover, but yes. I can't sustain extended lift more than 3 meters off the ground, and my typical fixed altitude is 0.63 meters above ground. 3 meters is enough. I need help taping up the corners of this poster. Oh, of course! Take these pieces of tape in one hand, the corner in the other, and fly them up to the black lines on my wall. Like this? Yes, just so. Alright, that should be good. Anything else? No, that's my biggest one. My mom usually helps me, but she's obviously not here. Who are they? The main 6. They're the protagonists of the show. Huh? All this secrecy is about a show? Yeah. Well, that's better than some sort of cult or something. That's what you thought? Well, I don't know. You seem so ashamed of it, I was sure it must be something no one would want to talk about. I'm not an expert on beastkin customs when compared to human ones, but I presume they are somewhat the same. You're not leaving, are you? Nope. Well then, I'm not willing to break tradition to accommodate you. Settle in. We're doing a binge of My Little Pony. My Little Pony? What's that? A cartoon show I love. It's about those 6 ponies and how they go through the struggles of friendship. So it's like a slice of life anime. I suppose some of the episodes are like that. It has more of an overarching story, though. Come on, under the blankets. This is comfy. You have a lot of blankets for such a warm climate. My home is very brisk, so I kept the habit up. My unique magic is only good for special situations, and that doesn't include cold nights. I see. That makes sense. So, are we watching it on your tablet? Yeah, it's the biggest screen I have here. But before we do, I need you to promise again that you won't speak a word of what happens here to anyone else. I promise. If you believe it would only hurt, I'll do my best to avoid it. How long will this take? I typically binge over 4 nights. Night 1 is seasons 1, 2, and 3. Night 2 is seasons 4 and 5. Night 3 is seasons 6 and 7. And Night 4 is seasons 8 and 9. It's the thing I do every year for my birthday. Understood. Tomorrow the check will be done. But I can still come over so we can finish it together. Alright. Don't fall asleep now. One rule is that you have to stay awake the whole time. Roger that. Dawn's breaking. And season 3 is a wrap. Now for a couple hours of sleep before facing the day. You know, it's a Saturday. You don't have to go anywhere if you don't want. I just sleep the whole day then. Your tail is so fluffy. No touching my tail. Ah, sorry. I'll get going then. See you tonight.